Welcome back to NBC Connecticut today. It is now 11:45. It is becoming an increasingly interconnected world, and raising children these days often means preparing them for life as global citizens. Stacie and Mike Berdan are the authors of a new book that helps parents do just that. Good morning to you both. Thank you for being here this morning. It's a very interesting topic. Stacie, let me begin with you. The title of the book is Raising Global Children. What does that mean, essentially? For them to have an appreciation of other cultures, or does that really go beyond that?
It goes much beyond that. Definitely being aware of and appreciating other cultures is an important part. But what we're really talking about is raising children to actually be at home in the world. So raising children who are comfortable actually living here and working with diverse cultures, different people, as well as living and working eventually outside the United States. Because increasingly we have rising economies around the world that are increasingly creating a job market beyond the United States borders. So in the book, what we talk about, it starts with the very foundation of instilling some basic traits, actually curiosity, a willingness to learn about the world, and a willingness to appreciate diversity and difference, that it's not bad, and becoming accustomed with things like that.
And Mike, when should parents start doing this? Very early on? What age is appropriate?
As early as you can get started. I mean, it's never too early to start learning about other cultures. That's how you learn languages, at a very early age.
I think some parents at home may be listening to this and they're thinking, for their children to be global children, you've got to be worldly, and that means traveling. But that can be expensive. But you both say that actually it doesn't have to be costly to raise a global child.
The traveling part can be expensive. There's no getting around that. There are other low-cost alternatives, one of which is going to some of our major cities and some of our ethnic communities there. You can also go up to Quebec, Canada, without having to get on an airplane. But absolutely, when it comes to foreign travel, that can be expensive, but there are so many other things you can do right here in Connecticut, your hometown, museums, ethnic restaurants, cultural neighborhoods, where you can get that flavor, that first introduction, and you don't have to really even leave home.
Stacie, I want to talk about foreign languages. We talked about this during the break. It's incredible that in this country, you wait until you're a high school student before you require a student to learn foreign language, and that's not the case in many other countries.
No, not in many other countries, actually, and different countries around the world have mixed success with learning multiple languages, but so many in Europe and so many places in China and India. You have to actually, in India, they learn English, obviously, as a first language, and then Chinese, and Chinese, it's Mandarin first, and then English. But in the United States, for some reason, we have never really appreciated the importance of learning a second language, and only 16 states in the United States actually require learning a foreign language, and that's only almost always after 13 or 14 years old.
And the best time for children to learn is really when they're young.
As early as possible, yes. We are so lucky that in Connecticut there are a lot of great districts. We live in Glastonbury, Connecticut, which requires foreign language learning all the way from first grade all the way through 12th grade. And so many students graduate proficient, able to go on to college and actually becoming, maybe they study abroad, they spend some time in another country. But it really is important, because learning a foreign language is more than just speaking a language, it's understanding a culture. And that's a lot of what we're talking about in the book.
Okay, Stacie and Mike Berdan, very interesting, and really it's something for parents to think about. Thank you both for being here this morning.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Darren, I'm going to send things over to you. Time now for a check of your first alert forecast with meteorologist Darren Sweeney.
Yeah, kind of.